Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. Let us start. Yeah, continue?
Objection!
Objection. Hello there, Kid Boo. Welcome. Okay. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby, number 3. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? Apollo and Athena are on the case, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose, exactly. I think I have a piece of, cat hair stuck to my lip. Yeah, that was fun. Okay. It was very annoying to be talking with that happening. Decided to stick to my lipstick. My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high? Relax, everyone. Relax. Everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. Yeah, Apollo's in it for the high. I mean, he's always fucking tripping out, right? We already know this. Also, yeah, Penny got close enough for you to get hair on your face. Yeah, exactly. Although I have a feeling she has been a bit, like, I've been noticing, like, the last week or so she's been pretty chill. Which has been nice. But I think it was just a random stray floating hair, not Penny's hair. Anyway. And willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that end, the end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I fucking hate this guy. I wish he'd stop saying that. Same, Athena. That's your method, Professor. I'm gonna defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? Heh! That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? What a fucking dick. Aristotle Means is his name. Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own efficiency the hard way. Or inefficiency the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh, dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me. What a fucking asshole. Yeah, also, not just that, he just fucking did that to fucking spook Athena on purpose. Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine! And I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. The trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Oh boy. Okay. We should look at our evidence that we have. Refresh my memory here. Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Athena Sykes, defense team leader is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement.
Ah!
This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness.
Now we don't even get an opening statement? Detective Fulbright. He and prosecutor... Yeah, that does say prosecutor. I questioned myself because I was like, professor? And I know that never says professor. He and prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain.
What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding if that's what you're thinking.
All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Okay. Ah! Fucking bird, god damn it. Thanks! Thanks, Hawk. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, the bird's name is Hawk in It's Taka. Taka, that's what it is. Which just means hawk in English. You're fighting a telepathic samurai with a dope-ass hawk? That hawk is cooler than Blackwell. Just saying. Okay, we got the autopsy report. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording?
Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now.
Are we actually gonna hear it?
You're a goner!
Okay. Sure. Oh, it was quite hard to hear. Oops. Okay. I should have just whispered it then. You're a goner.
It is quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female.
Carrie. Yeah, my ears are goners.
Hey there, Carrie. I hope you're doing well tonight.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made the voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say something about that. Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. Carrie, have you played this one? Have you played this game? I know you had, like, played some of the other ones, right? You have, okay. Okay. Did you also play, have you played Spirit of Justice, the game after this? Okay, cool. Okay. Did you see that there was, like, a huge leak that they're, like, possibly releasing... Google, shut up. They're, like, apparently maybe releasing a 4, 5, 6 trilogy, and then also the ones that are based on Sherlock Holmes and, Ace Attorney 7. I'm, like, so excited. I'm so excited. If any of that is true, I'm, like, super excited. Anyway, back to the actual game. Yeah, possibly PC. They were also saying Switch, but I saw PC, PS4. Yeah, go look it up. It's actually, I think it's sticky to the top of the Ace Attorney subreddit. There's, like, very, like, they're not sure. They're not 100% sure, but it looks pretty real. So, it's exciting if it is. Be also nice to get like a remaster of, like, Apollo Justice as well. But anyway, yeah, that was the good news I found out, like, earlier. I actually found that out, like, earlier today, and I was like, oh my god. Okay. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in a lecture hall, and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time that Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. An official Edgeworth and Edgeworth 2 combo release? Yeah, that would be amazing. I am actually, like, I am super excited about the one that's set in the past, like the Sherlock Holmesy one, or whatever. I've heard that the second game in that series is, like, the best Ace Attorney game ever. Like, I'm so excited. And I actually haven't played Edgeworth Investigations 2. I only played the first one. They were Japanese only, yeah. But I think they're westernizing them. And translating and whatever. It's exciting. It's so exciting. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. It's set in the past, I think, Indie Villain. Wait one moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust! I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it! Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. I just realized my cats are gone. That's a good way to... That's a really funny way to phrase that. Oh, no. All of those emotes. In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility.
No!
Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust! Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick-in-the-mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. So, our first witness is a cardboard box?
For some reason, I thought Athena and Apollo were vaguely related. No, that was, they did reveal this, right? They revealed it at the end of AA4. At the end of Apollo Justice. That, it's Trucy. Trucy and Apollo, yeah. Yeah. They don't know that, though. They revealed to the character, like, they revealed to Phoenix, I think? But I don't think that Athena was related. I think I know there's something that ties people together, but I don't think it was that they were related. There's something I think at the end of this and at the end of the next game. But very cloudy. I will find out when I get to the end of this game. But I don't think it's that they're related. Okay, Scuttlebutt. Ah! Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my, the box has hands.
Smile, Your Honor.
What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken.
Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that box?
How will I get more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clinks said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my, I had never thought of it that way. Very well. If it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto. How can the judge believe this load of crock?
Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
Holy Shinto. It's very good. The similarity of the case and the script. The murder happened exactly like Junie's mock trial script. Juniper, sorry, she doesn't say Junie, that's only Athena. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's contents. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script.
The murder is just like her script? Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see.
This is so simple. Even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, an argument ensued, and the fatal stabbing.
Ugh. That makes perfect sense. What now?
Prosecutor Blackwell has all of his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now.
Apollo's being no help at all to us right now. He's just being so negative. What the fuck, Apollo?
He's like a pit bull once it sticks. What am I saying?
He's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth.
Good pun.
I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Athena's first case! Athena's first case!
Okay.
I haven't looked at this yet. This stream. I feel like we should. This I don't think is relevant yet. Meet with Hugh about that report. Yes, right, that could be something, but that's not related to Miriam, so... Okay. Love triangle involving Junie, the costume that she was supposed to wear. Okay. Hugh is this dude who... Where is he? He's a dick. Yeah, he's a total asshole. Mock trial script. Actual murder scene was the art room. Yep, murder trial wasn't all. The arrow was interested as a ruse. Third floor art room. Okay, yeah, that was another thing. Huge asshole, yes. Hugh is a part of the archery club, and he was hanging out in the archery club's room during something, when something was happening. So that was also suspicious, right? Hated this case, but I love Miriam. I love Miriam, as well. I have, since I started playing this, I have remembered some things that happened later on in this case that I'm like, oh, okay. But we're gonna see what happens. I remember there's some stuff that I wasn't, like, super cool with at the end of this, but we're gonna see. It wasn't until I started playing, like, the last stream that I realized I was like, oh, okay. Blood loss due to a stab wound on the side of the body. Wrists were bound. Okay. Tape recorder. A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner!" Okay, that's it. Okay. My mind is refreshed. My memory has been refreshed. Okay. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew oh, I should be pressing these. Hold on. Press. There must be places where the script in this case diverge. I think I'll be going to sleep because I have not been getting enough sleep, but good luck in court. Thank you. Well, Carrie, thank you for stopping by. And gushing over Ace Attorney with me. Have a wonderful night. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection.
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Is his bird laughing too? His bird laughs with him when he laughs. That's really funny. What did you just say? Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Apollo! Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena.
Now you listen to me. The two cases do, indeed, have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't been erected in the mock trial script. And, in the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound.
Oh yes, there was also the red tracksuit, green tracksuit thing, which I believe, I can't remember, there was someone who was like, it's weird that she wasn't wearing a red tracksuit. I know that's gonna come up at some point. I just have it in the back of my head. I gotta remember that for when it happens.
But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn. Try again, why don't you, Pawn of Woods? Taskmaster. I haven't seen Taskmaster. Up until the... sorry, wrong voice. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's contents.
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. Excuse me, hold on. Sorry, my throat is bothering me from doing voices. First Night Sneezes are on their YouTube channel. 10th is airing now. Interesting. I haven't heard of it. I'll have to look that up. Okay. I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What change does your average person have if an undercover reporter... Oh, chance. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still. Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Why you? I plead entrapment. How is your blurting out your own crime entrapment? But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Make Junie sound like the Joker. I know! Junie's so nice! I can't... man. How do you know that Professor Court wasn't gonna use her script?
Huh. They're in the art room where the heinous
crime took place.
An envelope marked Use and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found.
Objection.
Objection! Hello there, crazy old gamer. I hope you're doing well tonight.
Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there.
It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her scripts chosen. Dark age of the law, my skeleton. That's why her script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Yeah, this is earth sharing. I wish I could do cool pen tricks. I'm just gonna do this as I'm voice acting her. This is all I can do, though. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like her script.
Hold it!
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Weary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection!
What did you just say? If he's so weary, he should try thinking less. I bet that'd save some energy. This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you.
I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as if it is in the script before anyone knew its contents?
That's right.
Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? Okay, Bethica. Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous. A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
Ugh, in a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you've pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Etch it deep so you may never forget.
No! 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 Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do?
Athena. You should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now.
Huh?
Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the same way? In the exact same way?
I don't follow.
Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do.
I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script. And that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt, not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
What did I say? What'd I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her? That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes, please tell this court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her the culprit, right? I really wish every time someone said something evil about Junie, it would cut to her feeding squirrels in the park or giving a child ice cream because of how sweet she is. Junie is super sweet. Aw, man, I can't believe she got, like... We've now had to defend her twice. It's now the second time we're defending her, although I guess technically this is the first time we're defending her in court because it's out of order. But, anyway. I'm gonna go with make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Care to explain what you mean?
Does the bomb go off during this trial? Is it this trial? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. There is another case after this, but I can't remember. Oh, no, wait, there's 2 cases after this. According to this chapter list. Oh, yeah, there are. Okay. And then a DLC. Yeah, I don't remember when that other one takes place. If I could remember the dates, then I might know, but I'm sure we'll find out at the end of here, of this one, if that is actually what happened, if the bomb goes off at the end of this trial. Okay. Let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then... what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... Oh! That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. Good point, Athena. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it get to your head just yet.
Objection!
It would seem Justice Dono's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already.
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
The reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? Huh. You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, Neria's soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case in the script.
Objection!
No! The mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself.
What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too?
Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled.
Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop. You can't do that.
I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin, did I not, my little box top? My little box top?
Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was... Ah! Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box? And spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary.
Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. What Scuttlebutt saw. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Quart's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume she had made. Oh, come on. That's not... Yeah, excuse me. Exactly. Fucking hold it. Why did you withhold such key testimony? What's that supposed to mean? Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait. I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Help! It's fucking Bird. She has a personal vendetta against Junie. What could she have possibly done? So, I think I'm pretty sure she is jealous of Junie. I am pretty sure that's what is happening. Based on this thing by Miriam Scuttlebutt. So I guess unless there might be more to it, but I know that's at least part of it. Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out? No thanks! You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Missile voice is very rare, but it does happen. Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death. I was at undercover reporter class. Hold on, what? I was at undercover reporter class. It's right near my home. Undercover reporter class? The proverbial The proverbial... Fucking god damn it. The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I tried to warn you. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. Why can't he just say you reap what you sow? Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events. Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye's always eyeing up a scoop. She's always eyeing a scoop? Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye! We fucked up.
Hold it!
Will we please bring her back? Thank you, Apollo. Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's, just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not? Well, that is... No, I didn't take one. Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? It's not like I, actually saw it, but... What the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again? Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this. You have no idea who that is! Are you serious? What exactly am I looking at here? It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. That's Metroid Crime cosplaying Raven. Yeah, exactly. Good. Very good. That is very good. I definitely have a cape that looks that is that color roughly. Must be Junie because it's vaguely human-shaped. Yeah, right? Excuse me, Scuttlebutt, how can you claim this? A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. I actually have 3 capes. One is like the fashion cape that I wore when I dressed up as a witch for Halloween. And the other 2 are also Halloween costumes. Why did you not tell me of this? It's a shocking scoop that I was saving for just the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! Ah! What did I do? What did I do? All journalists keep their scoops secret until the right moment. She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena? About this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? Ah, so then... Right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped.
What a great bird.
The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room.
Disappeared, okay.
The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what? Carton Cretin?
Carton Cretin. Fuck. That's really good. Then I tripped and fell, caught my knee on my own box. She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult.
Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
Ugh. But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness.
The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least.
Phew. Guess I pulled that off somehow. Yeah, thanks for finally being useful, Apollo. Fucking sat there for the first 30 minutes of the trial, laughing at all of Blackwell's jokes about me. And then finally did something to help me out. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver.
Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many. Ah!
tell another lie or hide another fact from me? And I shall put it to the torch.
Gah! Please, anything but that.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
Please take your seats, the Apollo roast is about to begin. My favorite thing is how they made Apollo a likable character. I hated Apollo for the longest time. I hated Apollo all through this entire game when I first played it. I hated him in Ace Attorney 4, in Ace Attorney 4's Apollo Justice, his own game. He sucked in that one. And I didn't like him until the game after this, actually. Like, until the very end of the game after this. And now, coming back to playing it, I like him a lot more. But no, yeah, the first time I played through this, I fucking hated Apollo. I thought the Apollo Justice game was fucking awful. But I guess maybe because I've played through it more and I feel like I've come to like him as a character, that going back and seeing the previous game was, like, really actually, like, decent. Like, I didn't, yeah. See, I played these when they came out, and to find out that, one, Phoenix Wright was no longer the main character, and two, it was some fucking scrub named Apollo Justice, who had no personality, was, like, really shitty. But I think that, I don't know. Coming into these other, like, playing through this one and playing through the other one, I liked him a lot more, I think, at the end of the next game. And it's kind of cool, it's kind of nice and refreshing to come back and, like, actually enjoy him as a character through his arc, because I feel like that game wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. So yeah. Yeah, facts. Anyway, I should actually probably go take a break. It's been an hour, and that means it's time for a break. So I'm gonna go grab some more water. You know, everyone stay hydrated. Go do a stretch. Go grab a snack, and I'll be right back. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Hello there, Mareep. Welcome. Hello. I hope you're doing well this night. Okay. So during the break, I pulled up the walkthrough for this so I could see how much time we have left, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to split this case into 2 streams. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. We'll see how far we get tonight. Ideally, I'd like to just keep it as 1 stream. We can finish that part of the story, and then another part of the story next time, but we'll see. Okay. What Scuttlebutt saw? Hey there, Joan! Hope you're doing well tonight. Okay. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall.
Hold it!
You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that? Switching back and forth between here and Desert Bus. Oh yeah, Desert Bus is happening. Someone mentioned that. I meant to go check that out. Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has 1 member, me. The club's history once I'm gone. So, the Themis Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death. Kind of a shitty place because I'm not likely to have another visit from my girlfriend for several months, maybe longer. Yeah, fucking... Well, you know what? This is obviously not anytime soon, and it doesn't help you at all. But that's a shitty situation. I'm sorry. But there was another vaccine that has like 95% efficiency and doesn't require the same storage requirements the other one did previously. So that's good news in terms of general stuff. But likely not probably getting that vaccine until like March next year. But yeah, that is really shitty. Yeah. Doing okay, just chilling and trying to get this sketch done. Nice, nice. Okay. Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound. Extra, extra! Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism report to the club room. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I? Huh? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, what are you doing?
Hold it!
Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin. Might be seeing a bit more of me over the next few months because I'll be starved for company. Well, glad to have you here, Joan. Really. I appreciate it. How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at this photo. Yes, this photo that definitely shows the witness in question. I captured this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. You expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. At any rate, this photo shows Juniper was in her stage costume. When suddenly she fled into the hallway as she wanted me to follow her, or as if she wanted me to follow her.
Hold it!
That doesn't mean you had to chase her, especially because you're wearing a fucking box over your head. Call it a journalist's instinct. I see something fishy, I go after it. But you never did catch up to her, did you? A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles. That reminds me, didn't you fall during the chase when you tripped on your box? A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story. Sure are a lot of holes in your story, or is that just the scuttlebutt brand of journalism? A true undercover journalist always prevails against her adversaries. I followed her all the way to Professor Quart's body. She led me right to it.
Hold it!
What would our client have to gain from leading you there?
The accused has employed her self-penned script as a manual for murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempts to lead our cartoon cretin here to the body.
Objection!
But as we all know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. And as a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to halt the mock trial?
Here's a question. I do professional tabletop RPG GMing. Haven't been running games for my friends because it's a bad idea to do your job for free. It's weird to charge your friends to run a game. Yeah. Is it a good idea to run a game for friends as an Xmas gift? I think that would be... I think that's fine. And yeah, yeah, exactly. Buying Xmas presents is gonna be weird this year generally. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's like a thing you, like, I think that's cool. But I also, like, I'm a huge fan of, like, homemade, like, and handmade gifts and stuff. But that's, like, it's kind of the same thing. It's like you are giving someone the gift of, like, you know, doing, like, a professional, thing for them. Something that you do professionally, like, for them. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. In my mind, at least. Let's see. Also, hello there, Economist. Hello. Plan on painting most of my presents? Yeah. Like, I in general, I like doing handmade stuff. But... also, hello, Tawi. Hi. Yeah, I don't know. I like handmade gifts. I think they're much more special, you know? Like, I mean, it's not like, okay, sorry, it's not like, I don't know. That sounds mean now that I'm saying that. I like gifted gifts too. Like, it doesn't, like, it's fine, but I just, like, I really, like, I find that I cherish, I don't know, stuff that, like, people did themselves. Yeah. Anyway. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. Okay, press this. Because this is very fishy. You said it was our client because the figure you witnessed was wearing her costume. I prefer to stress over gifts for months and then overspend on something that they don't really want. Yeah. Yeah. That's also something. Yep. I like doing, like, drawings and stuff. Like, mostly because, like, if I'll send, like, a Christmas card, because I have a lot of people I have to send Christmas cards to, right? So, like, I'll usually, like, do a nice little drawing or something in it. But yeah. Exactly, they're lovely in different ways, thank you. Thoughtfulness is what matters most. That can be money or effort. Exactly. Exactly. Isn't that a bit simplistic? It's only as simple as and clear-cut as a good piece of journalism should be. Sure, it's simple, but I'd hardly call it clear-cut. That's why I chased her. She keeps saying that it was Junie, but she didn't even actually see the body. Oh my god! Yo, listen! No! Okay, first of all, I fucking love that gift. Guess what? Hold on, it's like literally, I have it right here. I literally have it right here. It's a little dusty because it's been up on top of my bookshelf. But I have it right here. It is really cool. It projects starlights onto your, like, ceiling and walls. It's super sweet. Anyway. It's a Destiny engram. Oh, is that what a Destiny engram is? But yeah, no, it's in my office. It's usually on top of my shelf behind here, behind the green screen, because then it's higher up on, closer to the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, but Blackwell's assertion takes that into account. What did we just read? Hold on. She didn't even see the body. Okay. So even if I press her on never seeing the body, I won't be able to overturn this testimony. Well, whoever it was that was fleeing, Miriam never did see their face. So I'm wondering why she thought it was Juniper. Try thinking along that line and see what you come up with. Like, okay, hold on. I think I know already. Give me a second. Can I skip, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure it's the last statement I have to present something. So I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. However, if you look at this and if you look at this, there's not the same costume. So, I think this is what I have to present. So I'm gonna do it. Okay, there we go. Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in the photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Wood's stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. Miriam. Miriam, are you serious? No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume.
Oh my, what a wonderful creation. The constellations are extraordinary.
Do the students not wear the same thing to court? So, because she was hosting it, she made her own, like, costume to be... What was she doing? She was the judge, right? No, she was the witness? I don't... There was a reason... I think she just made the costume because it was, like, her script that got chosen, so she was, like, doing a big thing of it and making a cool thing for the stage. I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. She was the bailiff? Was she? Okay. I can't remember what I know she wrote the script, but I wasn't sure how she played into the trial itself. Okay. But there's not a single star on the costume in the photo.
Oh, that means, what exactly?
No, you have no idea. Okay. It makes sense. She was someone. I don't know. I don't think she was judge. I don't think she was playing the judge in that case, but she might have been the judge. Maybe those are cool judge outfits that she wanted to wear for her big thing. Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene. Which leads me to believe that the figure in this photo was wearing our client's costume inside out.
But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Wait, you're not suggesting. That's right, I'm glad you're catching on. The costume's designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. That's just silly. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you when you really didn't. Oh my god, I'm trying to read this out and it's not clicking how this should be read. Doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Hello there, Winter. Welcome. Don't apologize for being late. I appreciate that you're here. Whenever you show up. Also, hello there, Lightning Esper. Hope you're both doing well tonight. Okay. Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing.
Objection.
Now, I wouldn't have to stop, or I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus.
Oh, what do you mean?
Miss Juniper Woods.
Yes?
What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial?
I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities?
Judge, you fucking asshole. Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark.
Yes, so you applied that to the inside of the costume, and then?
I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then...
This is a photograph of the inside-out costume taken in the dark.
Those look like hands.
As you can see, there is a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body.
Why, yes, I believe it would.
Indeed, ergo the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out.
Ah! Okay.
Figures he would have a photo.
Ah! Did we just fall into his trap?
Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look.
Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up.
Check out the chest area. It kinda looks like a handprint to me.
Hey, you're right. But Junie would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not rank amateurs such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up?
Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far.
Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though.
What? You mean you've just been bluffing?
What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto!
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. I don't know what piece of evidence we're looking at, actually. Okay, hold on. I don't remember what piece of evidence this... Okay, hold on. We must have something. Do you think... Can we, like, check stuff with black light? Hold on.
No, that's the autopsy report.
Oh! Oh! I found it! Okay, okay, I found it. Yup, I definitely found it. Okay. Oops. That's not what I was expecting.
Take that!
Present. A school newspaper. Sorry, a school newspaper. Judge voice. Interesting.
Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hand in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Woods' fluorescent paint.
It is glowing, quite brightly, I might add.
But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hand for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't, not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on.
Oh? I mean, oh! That
Touch of
means...
Oblivion.
What again?
Lily fluorescent paint.
Fuck. Hey there. Hey there, Touch. Welcome.
Oh? I mean, oh! That means what again?
It means the figure photographed in the costume was not our client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman.
What? To think you were actually able to prove that?
Well, you never know what's gonna happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom.
So then.
Does that mean that Robin is our man? Well, that's certainly how it looks.
Very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel.
God damn it. Thank you for the clip, Touch. Oh my god. Okay, I forgot I have to yell a whole... I'm sorry to everyone. I'm gonna move my microphone away. I'm gonna try to move in for when I'm doing lower voices and move back when I'm doing Robin's voice. Let me hydrate first.
Will the judge please state... Or, sorry, will the witness please state his name and occupation?
I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist! I practice day and night! Yeah! No! That's not it! Art's gotta be sincere, man!
So, for occupation, should we put down budding artist?
Can you move even closer when you do Missile's voice? I think there's gonna be some of that. There was some of that already. I had to do a line in Missile's voice earlier. No! Famous Legal Academy Senior Prosecutor Course! This brace is proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years.
I assume you will be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today.
Ah! Oh, man! Ah!
It seems the witness has finally settled down.
I guess nothing phases the judge after all these years.
You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman.
Robin's now my least favorite character. Clearly this is a stable and reliable witness. Yes, hold on, I have to drink more drinks. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. That actually really helped.
Okay. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hand.
Why I touched the costume.
I love how you can hear the creaking of the brace. That's a good sound effect.
I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there! When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin it was on? I was about to fall on me! I got that paint on me when I caught it! But I never put it on. That's just stupid! Hold it! Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness.
Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but...
No! Not again. What's his problem? I sensed it the moment Robin took to the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. Loading. Okay. It's missile time, yeah. Grand Marnier and orange juice, that sounds great. Okay. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room. Waiting room. Waiting room. But she wasn't there! When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! Okay. The mannequin it was on. It was about to fall over! I got that paint on me when I caught it! I never put it on. That's just stupid. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go press this over here. When you mentioned the stage costume, I sensed a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait, what? Why would a frilly scarf thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know. Like, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing! I'm a dude! I'm into braces, not dresses! You don't think Robin likes girls' clothes, do you? Oh, come on! Isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling towards me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story! You mean Missile sensed a powerful feeling of
Touch
joy.
of oblivion. Objection, Your Honor. The witness is expressing gender stereotyping.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that could prove his statement contradicts what really happened?
Joan of Blarg. Patriarchy hurts everybody.
Yep, exactly. Prove his statement contradicts what really happened. Grabby hands! That was last case. That was last case. Okay, hold on. I think it is this. I just... Is that like... I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Because that looks like a thumb on that side. And this one, yeah, and this one apparently. But then if you're grabbing it... like this, right? To put it on? I'm gonna present this. I'm gonna present this.
Take that!
You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers on your... yeah. If so, then the fingers on your hands would have been pointing outwards, like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more just like your thumbs and the base of your palms. That's right, yeah. Why in the world would I leave such a weird handprint? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? Looks like a bodybuilder flexes the handprint. Yeah, it kinda did. Wait, where is it? Yeah, it does. Two muscly arms. Okay. And you really do like frilly clothes, don't you? Fine! I admit to putting the costume on! But I don't like girly clothes, man! Yes! New information to plug in. Time for another update. I snuck in knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding even though I'm a guy. It was even more amazing than I imagined. Yeah, enjoy the clothes, Robin. Exactly, that's a beautiful fucking scarf. I like how this just got clarified to add, I'm a guy! Even though I'm a guy! Okay. Was sad here? What else changed? Oh, info update. It's true, I did put on girly clothes. And why are you upset about it? But it was strictly for artistic purposes? Oh my god. Dude. Why are you sad here? There! Another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man! Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on. But you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal! Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh, no! You're not fooling around, anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine! If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you! The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper! Wait, well, no offense, but for one thing, he's a guy, and a real hothead at that. No! That's not it! I totally own those girly clothes! I should have been totally pretty! But, there's something that keeps getting in my way! Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions? We saw those during the Ninetales Veil incident. So, all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right! Help me look for a conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said that there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes, but what could it be? Fine! I'll testify, man! I'm fine! I snuck in knowing that the costume was in there. My heart was pounding even though I'm a guy. It's true I felt a powerful feeling when I saw that long frilly scarf. I admit it, I wore girly clothes. I felt like a diva when I pulled the hood over my head. It felt so right. I was totally dressed up like a girl. Okay, so you're super angry about this the whole time. Let's hit that. Hold on. So we're looking for the source of this anger? Right! The conflict in his testimony will most likely arise from his emotional representation. Let's compare the images to his testimony. We might find the problem that way. Okay, I shouldn't have hit back there. That was just like a generic response. It wasn't anything good. Okay. I'm gonna probe this. Or this one. It was totally... Okay, I'm gonna probe this. What's causing anger? Costume. Brace? Brace. Probe. Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Mr. Newman, the truth is you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man! This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is it that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Ah, man! I should have kept my big mouth shut. Yeah. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity? But he can't take it off even when dressing like a girl. And why is he so interested in girls' clothes in the first place? Why are you judging, Athena? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin's still hiding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he likes to wear girls' clothes? Yes, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. Okay. So yes, for everyone in the chat whose messages I wasn't reading because I knew the answer. Those are binders, yes. And you're a girl. Mr. Newman, or should I say Miss Newman? Which, by the way, Athena, this is extremely rude to do this in court. And, yep. In general. You are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? Yep. Yeah. No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out, loud and clear.
Hold it!
I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? Yikes. Yikes, Apollo. I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Ooh! Oh! Ho, ho! Oh!
I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But
okay. Also, big yikes. Big yikes. Yep. That's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. Oh! 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 Oh!
You are now truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there ever been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit.
Also true. That is also true. Thank you, Black Quill. Ooh. Ah! If you guys are done talking about me, ah! I'm... Heh. Yeah, I think they are. The brace? It's... Miss Sykes, no! Allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs, but no. What? No way. Ah! I don't...
Surely this must be some kind of jest?
No, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a P-E-E-K. As if. What an amazing transformation. Athena. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. Wanted to keep this a secret, but instead of being really pissed, I'm just gonna be super pet femme for no reason. Yeah. So going into this, I completely forgot this was a thing until last stream, and I was like, oh. I don't know how they handle this situation. Oh, okay. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now this living lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's... has been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now I can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Yay! Okay. Order, order. What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she. Why is everyone looking at me like that? Teehee, I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. O-K-A-Y. Rah! No pixel, you'll regret it, man. Am I just imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was he? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest, literally. This is all well and good, but does he being she actually change anything? The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things. Because there's now a piece of evidence that we must now reevaluate. Yeah, I really don't like how they handled this, and I was worried. I was so worried that it was gonna be this. Very well. Let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know the witness is a girl? It is this audio recording, I think. Because they made a big fuss about it earlier. This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Hello there, plans. Welcome. Oh, the tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat, you're a goner. That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Yeah, that's the other thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that's why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. So then. That's right. The witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, if we are using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled a suspect too. Oh. Oh no! Yeah. Okay. Wow, talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one. Objection. Athena, you just fucking, like... Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script.
Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
Objection!
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl, both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. Ah! That's not nice, Athena! How can you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection!
Jesus Christ.
Wintermute. Reticus.
Going from, like, super masculine to, like, extremely feminine.
Suspicious is as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime.
How can you say that? I'm not an
Touch of
accessory to
oblivion.
any crime, Mr.
Thanks, game
Birdman!
writers, for this wondrous piece of societal growth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 1, Japan, and 2, I don't know when this game came out, but I'm pretty sure it was at least, like... It's no excuse, obviously, but, this game is from 2013. Yeah, wrong lawyer, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
But Birdman? In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not?
Objection!
Ah! He made it all make sense somehow. And he'll keep accusing Junie unless we can show someone else who knew the script's details. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way they could have known was in the script was if they... saw who? I actually don't know what the answer is here. Junie would have maybe talked to Robin about that. Did they actually write it, though? Heard it from June? I'm gonna try this. Samuel's Phoenix right in this? Oh. Wait, was that a Bugsnax voice actor as well? Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Oh, so that Robin would win? Oh. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. Oh yeah, because one of them was gonna take her out on a date or something, right? I think it was something like that. Whoever won got to, like, I swear that was a thing. And that's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right. Junie was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. How could you, Thena? What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about this script from Juniper! Never, ever!
Objection!
You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? B-A-D Athena! You don't have any evidence! Ugh. Actually, we might have just the thing. Really? Yeah. One of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Ugh, fuck Clavier's voice.
Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who poses the corpse. Hair forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo?
Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what? Well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, it's the red suit. I think I've got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew the knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court.
Very well, Miss Sykes, present away.
This evidence proves that Miss Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents. Am I presenting what am I presenting here? There's no picture here, right? Hold on. Is there a picture of... Do we not have, they keep showing that fucking photo of her with her hands and dead. With her hands bound up and dead, and I thought that's what we would present. Is there something that says about the red sweatsuit here? Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. There we go.
Take that!
I knew I read it somewhere. I knew I read it somewhere.
The mock trial script?
Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the things to prepare page. Sweatsuit victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor's course. Ah! You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But, if you didn't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena! How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor.
You what?
If knowing the script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note. Wait, note? What note? The professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for a mock trial, but only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked.
You're not such a fainting goat, Robin.
But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously gonna suggest... but it is the truth. Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and details about the victim's B-O-D-Y. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note. I'd say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Oh, wrong. Apparently the this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackquill would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case. Oh!
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy, but don't think this spells victory.
And why not?
The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn.
Phrasing.
Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live.
You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it. Oh, this bitch. I hate this guy. Okay. We're gonna take a quick break because it's been another hour. So I will be back soon. Please go grab some water. I need some water because I am out of water completely and I need liquids to do this, to talk. Okay. I will be right back, everyone. See you soon. Hi, I'm back. Thank you, Economist, for revealing my secrets! Oh my god! Oh, I have like 5 things to hydrate. Okay, I'm gonna go through half this glass. Five. Did the prosecutor just threaten the defense attorney's life? Yeah, he's super into samurais. And he's actually in jail, but they're letting him be a prosecutor for whatever reason. Which I think they get into further on in the story, I believe.
I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. Is it not a matter of what you want? Is not a matter of what you want. You will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackquill, why have you called this witness? You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home around 6 p.m.
I want to hire Metroid Crime to read all my emails from now on. You know what? I feel like that would be a little bit easier than, like, this, because, like, a lot of times I don't have the full information of how the sentence should sound before it finishes playing through. So I have to, like, guess halfway through the sentence and I have to change my tone, like, all of a sudden. I'm like, oops, maybe I should have waited for that to finish playing through so I could read it all at once.
Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact.
Right. Our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Yet that was but a felicitous lie. Or am I mistaken, Golden Boy? I've no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me... Hold. I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we might discuss you-know-what.
Ugh, no, wait. One little statement of
Economist
Mr. Cole
42.
loses it? What's all that
Indict.
about? Indict. Indict.
I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor? The word of a genius is as good as gold.
Indict.
Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Themis Legal Academy, lawyer course. How's that? Just fine. Your testimony, then, if you please.
Joan.
Wintermute. Famous.
Famous! You know how they have different voices you can buy to do your GPS or whatever? If they do a voice pack for Metroid Prime, I'm totally buying one, and I don't even drive. That's funny. That's funny. I can't imagine me trying to do, like, GPS,
Seismic.
voice, it's the thought of someone driving with me, like, screaming through their GPS is really funny to me. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. You can record a custom voice pack with Waze. Oh my fucking god. I don't know if you can distribute it though. Okay. Okay. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range until 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? It sounds like a donation incentive if I've ever heard one. Yeah, this bitch is in the archery club. This bitch is in the archery club and was there, like, when this whole thing went down. Also, he was the first to find the body. That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy.
I have a plans. It'd be shook when it here. It's the same place, but upside down.
Oops. I wonder if they have a prompt for that. You're in the archery club? Yeah, no, sorry. We're giving him shit because one, he's an asshole. And two, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time here, or he's the murderer. I don't know the answer to this. But archery is actually awesome. Like, super cool. This guy, however, is a dickbag. Huh. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now, you will recall the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. Hey, I was a dickbag. Sorry! Sorry! Make a U-turn, it's the same place, but turned around, yeah. That'd be the phrase for you have reached your destination, yeah. God damn it. This is very good. It was 7:10 p.m., the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Heinous? Heinous. Heinous? Heinous. I'm surprised no one typed that in earlier when we were speaking things for seismic and indict. Sorry, is seismic, isn't it? Fuck. Plans always trolls me with that. Always trolls me with that. And I don't know which one it is now. It's really bad. Okay, do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. How you gonna say that Junie did those things? Come on.
Mispronouncing seismic is a heinous error. I have a plans. Seismic indict.
Okay. Art room at 7:10 p.m. on the 23rd. Okay.
So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved.
Great! Another inconvenient testimony.
Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please.
Seismic indict. Seismic, motherfucker.
To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditate at the archery range until 7 p.m.
Hold it!
Do you meditate often?
Huh. Don't tell me you're gonna start pestering me, too.
What's that supposed to mean?
No need to play dumb with me. All the girls want to know about my private life.
What?
I will remind the defense this is a court of law, not a pickup spot. It seems Miss Fancy Pants lawyer is smitten with the witness.
Objection!
Objection! I'm just trying to establish the witnesses.
This really is heinous. It's really those words that get you.
If you must know, I never go a day without meditating. Satisfied now, stalker girl?
That's it. You better take that.
Whoa there, tiger. Just take a deep breath and relax. Huh. I'll just continue my testimony now if you don't mind.
A words? But I'm Canadian. No, you mean EI. Okay, anyway. Dickbag confirmed. What's this game all about? Scal, I'm glad you asked. This is a visual novel game. It is the fifth game in the series.
She's Canadian,
It's the Phoenix Wright series, which has been rebranded to Ace Attorney. The Ace Attorney series. It's really good. I really like it a lot. And we've been playing through it. All of the old videos for this game are up on my YouTube channel. Like, every single one, voice acted from the beginning. And yeah. We are in, like, maybe around the middle of this entire thing, this arc right now. And yeah.
I hope you're doing well tonight, Scal. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper.
Hold it!
Our client has stated she went home at 6 p.m. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her?
Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. No, wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 p.m. But I suppose neither side can prove one way or the other.
So she is from Canada?
Canada? Women are typically depicted as colder and more calculating, while men are depicted as more mercutial and emotional.
Kurosawa's Throne of Blood.
I haven't seen that. I don't know if I've ever seen any Kurosawa stuff. I only knew about that because of, like, or maybe I have, but I only know about that because of the mode that they added into Ghost of Tsushima.
Mercurial.
Mercurial? Okay. Words that I have not heard said out loud. Only read. Ugh. But if Junie was there, that means she's lying.
Truth be told, I only saw her for the briefest of moments. We didn't say much as we passed by each other, so she seemed her usual self.
Hold it!
best Macbeth adaptation I've seen. The best Macbeth adaptation I've seen is Sleep No More.
Canada.
Which is Sleep No More is like it's like it's an experience. I love it. I like Montreal a lot. I've had some good times there. I visited a few times. Hold on. I saw a movie recommendation. Start with Yojimbo or Sanjuro. Okay. Seven Samurai. Rand's also incredible. And they have bagels. Yeah, they have the best bagels. I love them. I love Montreal bagels. Sad that I can't... Sad that there is a pandemic happening. Man, one day. Okay, so you just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we're not like you people talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices.
Objection!
Okay. Annoyingly loud voices? Like, I'd like it if you refrained from insulting my partner like that. Normally I'd shout objection right about now, but I'll take this one for the team. Sanfiatur does orders. We go in for them once every other month. I'll shoot you a message when we order next. Oh my god, thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I've been making my own Montreal bagels, which have been pretty good, but I mean, they're not the same, right? But fresh bagels are good, too. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? Yeah, I'll press you here to see what you have to say here. Rashomon was incredibly transformative, but not as good to watch now as one of the core innovations has been copied 1,000 times since. Okay. Like several other classic samurai flicks was later remade as westerns. Oh, okay.
Canada.
I see. I'm sure you could find gluten-free bagels. I'm pretty sure you could. I know, I'm pretty sure I've seen them. I don't know about mass-distributed, bagels. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, I'd like to take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead, ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you... Why did you stay past... Can we ask all of these things? Should we be asking all of these things? I don't know. Okay. How did you prep? Should we ask all of these? Did you go to the art room? Did you stop by the art room, or as it's now known, the scene of the crime? No, I didn't. Can you prove it? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. Wait. Wait. That was the day before, never mind. A Bug's Life? I don't know if I've seen A Bug's Life. As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But I will ask, how often do you visit there? Hardly ever. There's no reason for me to be there anyway. There's no reason for you to be there? Is there an echo in here? If something's bothering you, I'll just add it to my testimony. How considerate. Thank you for noticing. Let's add your statement to your testimony. Let me add I never went to the art room and there was no reason for me to be there. Da 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 da. Can I? Do you think I can present this? I'm gonna save the game. Hold on. Yes.
Objection!
That statement contradicts this evidence. Oh, I did. Nope. That was nope. 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 Okay, this is not it. I thought that was going to be it. Apparently it is not. I don't know what else I would present there. Hold on. I'm gonna try one of these other ones. Take you up on this kind offer. Expect as much, so go ahead, ask away. Okay. Yeah, I fucked up and lost some health. How did you prepare for the mock trial? Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. Huh, that's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? What a fucking dick. Huh, you don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to the others.
300 times. What a milestone.
Holy fuck, yeah, that is 300 times that I fucked up since random date that I don't remember. Which was like, I don't even know. I don't know when that was. When did we implement that? Was that during Jedi Fallen Order? So like earlier this year. I think. I don't think that was even last year. I think it was like April. That makes sense to me. I think it was April. I left the preparations and like to the others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Junie put her heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat on his behind? Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell at 7 p.m. Okay, I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. Stop hitting on Athena! Don't do it. Okay. That's not true, because... Okay, now! Oh! Plans must sleep now? I sleep now? Have a good night, Plans. Thank you so much for stopping by.
I sleep now.
I'll see you around. I sleep now.
I sleep now.
Very good. I'm gonna present this. So, you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd? Are you sure about that? Huh, I already told you, my word's as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. Okay, this is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads, 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where did you get that? The key word here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell.
What's this now? The witness stayed after the last bell. In order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. Connor? Mr. O'Connor? This is insane. Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence, as usual. No. I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell. And he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. First Robin, now me. Who are you gonna accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Okay, don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but... Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've something to say. What if they all did it? Yeah. What if they all did it? If it'll save me some trouble, then by all means, speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. Oh, fuck, he has a point. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Yeah, I know, what is this? I think this is supposed to be his fucking music! I don't know why it switched to porn music all of a sudden! Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity, to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement. And prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel. Ugh! Could he lay any more pressure on? The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that. Yeah, you're right, in which case... Also, I think you could 100% argue against that. You... To whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? Probably the victim, right? The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena? You're a goner. You're a goner. Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second! Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackquill, you wanted to know if I am worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why, despite my age, I'm able to proudly wear this at all. Oh, then can I take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner." I
I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes.
Not exactly, but you, have to add, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's voice on that tape, then she was shouting because she was threatening, being threatened, or scolding. Scolding, maybe? I don't think she would be... I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really saying, "You're a goner"? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Court's planner that she says that she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting.
I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor. Huh. What did I do to deserve that?
Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster.
Hugh O'Connor. Hugh, Connor? Hugh O'Connor. Hugh Connor? Wait a second. No, this can't be.
Objection!
You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? But it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's scientific fact. Mad Gab's truly changed the world. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters or the wind for voices.
Now that you mention it.
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The voice on the tape recorder never was "You're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Never mind! The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And, since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection!
I thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to append this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
Evidence? What's he gonna pull out now?
Feast your eyes on this photo and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them.
This is a new photo, okay.
Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and students preparing for the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape.
What?
The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
Big yikes. It's very, very abstract, justice statue.
It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious.
Junie was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Nothing I say can change that fact.
Understand now. You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy.
Oh my gosh. Hello there, New Van Dybe and Party of Six. Thank you so much for the raid. Were you playing Metroid Fusion? I need a shout out. Hold on. S.O. New Van Dybe. Heck yeah, Metroid Fusion. I tuned in a bit yesterday. Was it yesterday? Your last stream. And then I know that you were streaming today. How did it go? I hope you're all doing well today. For those of you who don't know me, I am Metroid Crime. I'm a variety streamer. I'm currently streaming Dual Destinies, which is part of the Ace Attorney series. It is the 5th game in the series. And yeah. I'm doing a bit of voice acting. I think we're nearing the end of this small chapter that we're in right now. It went well. Oh shit, you did like did you do a speed run? 4 hours and 41 minutes, 44%. Sweet. Sweet. That's awesome.
Listen, Missy.
Oh, you just did it casual. Okay. I don't know how much of how long a speed run is in that game. I don't know any of the speed run records for that game.
Listen, Missy, the person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world. I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire.
But... I became a lawyer so I could...
You still fail to understand after so much pain and defeat?
It's like 3 minutes? It's just a bunch of fucking sequence breaking.
The courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up.
Rude! Ah! If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances, even if I forced it?
This is badder than bad. Who knew Blackwell had that one waiting in the wings?
Why didn't that Twisted Samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan? Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? I didn't do the DLC for this game, but I did the main part. Yo, the DLC for this game is actually, like, very good. The DLC for this game was very good. It's also, like, as long as the rest of the game. It's an extremely long DLC, and it's very good. If you get a chance to play that, you should totally do it. Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court?
There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come.
No! That's not gonna happen, man!
What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down,
Maybe, but false verdicts are an N-O-N-O.
What?
Miss Newman, explain yourself. Juniper's not the real killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yeah, I know because the real killer is... M-E. Me! Haha! What? It was me! I did it alone! Just me! I don't get it. Why is she confessing? Miss Newman was witnessed near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems. Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. Just so he can walk free! Get it over with! Declare me guilty already! Oh, fuck. Junie. Yeah, JoJo pose, right? Please wait. Juniper! What are you doing?
Thank you for all you've done, Thena, but you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie?
Junie, no! Ah, don't do it!
You and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime.
What? Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement.
I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Thena.
What the fuck? Order, order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here?
I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they've nowhere else to run.
Protect each other? Wait. So was Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is... Is he also gonna fucking confess? Oh my god. Huh.
This whole thing's a joke.
Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn.
What? What is wrong with kids these days? I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you?
Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking.
I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it.
Wait. What? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I'm so confused right now. Why does he have a bow and an arrow in a courtroom? Yeah, that's not even the weirdest thing that a witness has had.
If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Boy, wait, your baldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. Fine, do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned. Okay. Judge is giving us extra time. To be continued. Yes. Right here. Overwrite. Cool. And that's today's stream.